I know that sometimes there's reluctance for a child who maybe has special needs or for maybe has a learning disability, particularly that's language-based, to either begin or continue in a bilingual setting because it's maybe thought to be too much or too complicated or too much of an overload. How do you respond to that?
Well, when we look at the evidence, really there's no evidence to show that children who have special education needs show and who are bilingual have more difficulties than their monolingual peers of either language. So there's been a lot of work. Joanne Parody from Canada does a great deal of work. Fred Genesee, all our colleagues, really what the work that they've done show that there's really they don't show more difficulties or different difficulties because they're bilingual. So there's no evidence to show that you need to choose a language. If they have, 2 languages, 3 languages, then we continue to use those. Those are linguistic and cultural resources for them. So you wouldn't want to take any of that away from children. And it's so that to this moment, the sort of developing, accumulating research is that they're not disadvantaged by being bilingual. So we have to work with that evidence and thank our colleagues who do that research.
Well, I was cheating a little bit because Fred has actually written about that topic for us on the website, but I do think that we've been in bilingual settings where there's a lot of discussion about what is appropriate for a child, and so I think it's an important point to underscore that a bilingual setting potentially offers more access to all of the children's assets and resources, as you said.
And it's very interesting because sometimes people will say, well, when they're really significant needs, then it's going to be too hard for them. But actually, we think about that. The children who are bilingual, who have really significant, profound needs, we have to think well beyond the school day and the school experience, because often it's the parents in the community who are going to support that child. And so if we cut them off from that home language, we've just cut off an entire network of support that child's going to lead throughout their entire lives. So we have to keep that in mind, to have the long view of that, not just the short view.
That's very helpful. Thank you.